everyone. Today, I'm very happy to share with you one of the biggest updates to PEARS that we've made in quite a while. I'll be showing you a brief overview, and we'll have additional documentation and videos coming soon with more details. But first, a little background. We built PEARS to help organizations track, measure, and continually improve their community outreach and engagement efforts. Nutrition education programs, along with a fast-growing number of cooperative extension systems across the country, have been using PEARS to bring more clarity, consistency, and accountability to their work. Now, much of our platform was originally built around the specific needs of these programs. And while we've added quite a bit of flexibility over the years, the core of PEARS has really been a curated set of data collection forms, reports, and workflows custom built for cooperative extension and nutrition education. Today, we are significantly expanding the capability of PEARS. I'd like to introduce Module Builder. Now, Module Builder allows you to quickly create any data collection tool your organization needs, while leveraging the structure and workflow of PEARS. We spent a lot of effort polishing the user interface and making sure all the underlying data structures were perfect, so you can confidently collect and evaluate just about anything. And with Data Mart integration already in place and API access coming soon, Module Builder is a lot more than just a form builder. It gives organizations a flexible new way to collect the data they need without losing the structure that makes PEARS so effective. So let's take a quick look at how it works. We've started on our Module Builder landing page. Let's go ahead and add a new custom module, and we'll call this Engage Scholarship. Go ahead and put it in the Engage menu and click Save. This takes us to our setup where we could add additional information like a description or notes about this initial version. Click Save and Continue. Now we're in the Builder. Now all PEARS modules generally start with a general information section. And this is where the record name is, along with various system fields that we can enable. For example, we could turn on the site and let's do comments and uploads. Next, we have another system section called Collaborators. Now we don't need this, so let's go ahead and delete it. But what we do want to do is add our own sections. So we'll click Add, and we'll add a section called Engagement Overview. Click Save, and now we have a new section where we can drag elements. You'll notice over on the right, we have a list of form fields or elements that you can pick. We have things like checkbox, radio groups, drop-downs, numbers, dates, all kinds of things. And even at the bottom, we have some special fields like a subform if you want to add multiple records in a section or more file uploads or even a new related module where you can connect to records from other modules. But let's go up and we will go ahead and add this radio group. We can either click the plus or we can just drag it into the form. And we'll give this a name of Primary Activity Type. You'll notice as I type, every field has an identifier. That'll be important later when we look at reporting. So we'll save that. And then we have some additional options over here, help text, system codes. We can specify our options. So we'll do research. Let's do teaching, creative. And we don't need this fourth option, so we'll delete that. If we had a lot of options, we could import a list, but we don't need to do that here. And then there's some other options. We could make this required. And if we had time, we could get into display rules where you can add conditional logic based on other field values and things like that. We've got one field, we've got a lot more to add, so we're going to skip ahead and show you the end. So we changed a few details, added that collaborator section back, and added some more fields to this overview section, and even added a couple additional sections. And now we're ready to test and publish. So we'll go up top here, and we'll continue to the test step. Now this is where you could open the module in a new window and just make sure everything's working before you push this out to your entire organization. We'll skip that for now, and we'll continue to publish. Now, we could publish this at a future date, or we'll go ahead and publish it right now. So we'll click Publish, and it's ready to go. We can look at our menu, and we've now got a new Engage Scholarship module that everyone in our organization can see. And this will now work like any other PEARS module. I'll go ahead and get some data entered, and we'll come back and show you what it looks like. We added a handful of records, and let's just quickly get into one of these. We'll open this first one. And like all PEARS modules, records work the same with custom modules. You can jump to any section, for example, start in General Info, go through, enter the data, and then step through each section. So we have our collaborators, we have that engagement overview section that we created, And then we added a couple other sections. One was to track reach and outputs. And you'll see an example of our subform down here. And then we had a success and assessment section where we just asked about how successful the activity was and whether there was any feedback from the partner. And finally, just like all modules in pairs, once you're done reporting something into a module, you click Mark as complete, and you get the nice little confetti. And then, of course, you can export these records, or if you're one of our Data Mart customers, all of the custom modules will pull into your Data Mart, and you'll see them as unique tables over here. So you've got your engaged scholarship, your files that were uploaded, and then that outputs subform. Now, before we wrap up the demo, I want to show you one more thing. Building modules can be a little tedious. So to help streamline the process, we built an AI tool to help get you started. Just click on this little robot guy, and you'll be greeted with a familiar prompt if you've used tools like ChatGPT or Gemini. I've created a prompt that I'm going to paste in here to create a new module called Engagement Opportunities. Let's see how it does. It'll think for a minute, and we might skip ahead, but it'll then ask us some questions. Oh, it's already there. So it has a solid starting point, but it's got a few questions. How often will staff create these opportunity records? And let's just say as they come up year-round. What should the type of opportunity field include? Well, I think pretty much everything. And what kind of engagement involved? What should that include? Oh, let's pick the second one. And then finally, who should be able to view responses? Well, this is the standard permission, so we'll go with that. So it's going to think a little bit more. It might ask us a few more questions, we'll see. Okay, and here's the plan. We have the module, the description, and the sections and fields we'll create. Let's go ahead and create it. And just like that, we have a draft module. We've got some decisions made about general information. We have this new opportunity section. And from here, we could further polish and make adjustments before we go ahead and then publish this module. So that's Module Builder. It's available now to all PEARS organizational administrators. And if you need help getting started, we have comprehensive documentation available, and we'll be adding video tutorials soon. At Canopy, we are on a mission to help organizations amplify their community impact. And PEARS is leading the way as a fast, user-friendly, and extremely well-structured platform. So stay tuned because our team is working hard with a lot more updates coming this year. Thank you all for your support. And if you're new to PEARS, you can learn more about us at our website at canopyteam.org. Have a great day.